Taharakasha means your soul is infused into you in the form of Shaktipada as a will. Will means experience. I exist larger than what I was feeling as me till before the initiation. How many of you are catching what I am saying? How many of you feel? Listen carefully. After the initiation and power manifestation, even the way you feel you is much larger. That only manifests into Katakasha and makes it into Chidakasha. Signs of initiation. Dīkṣā. This word Dīkṣā need to be understood. The word initiation is too superficial for Dīkṣā. If I have to translate exactly the word Dīkṣā into English, breathing life, infusing life, the frequency of your will existence raised to the level of frequency of will persistence to become the realization of will reality, realization. Understand? Taharakasha, breathed, Guru breathes life into Taharakasha. With that you start that will persistence. With the will persistence you start manifesting. Not only powers, even the life as you want. Katakasha becomes Chitakasha. Understand? Conclusion of these truths I am sharing with you, you do not need pre-training for power manifestation. Now if you decide, Swamiji says, life is continuous rhythm, rhythmic continuum. I have option either to cognize with my own capacity. I have one more option till I cognize, because he cognized and he will do only good to me. I am deciding to vote for him and cognize this. With this strength, let me start acting out what I am supposed to act out from this cognition. Is initiation. How many of you are getting? That is what is Shaktipada. See, life is rhythmic continuum. You can realize only if you die 3 times and see. Before death, keep the accounts in your muscle memory, die, and after coming out, pull it out and check whether all the house, number of houses, wives, cars, properties handed over to you. And after 3 times checking only, I think bank is working properly, okay. Do you want to do that? I think this guy is saying, he has seen many times. He must be telling only good for me. Let me try it out, putting my understanding as his understanding. Let me cognize and see. Like how in the maths teachers they say, let's keep x equal to y for the sake of solving this problem. Once you solve the problem, then it becomes yours. See, once you keep this cognition as a proposal and manifest the powers, after that, you don't need to die and see. This cognition is yours now, because it has worked for you. How many of you are understanding? See, till you manifest the power only, this is the proposal. Will you become me? Understand? Once you manifested the power, based on that cognition, then what happens? Then it is yours. Then it's your realization. Yeah, Acharya should have the capacity to convince the disciple to keep this as a proposal till the manifestation happens. That is the qualification of an Acharya. Acharya needs a different frequency. He has to be so strongly manifesting. See, when I am proposing, saying, hey, till you manifest powers, keep this life is rhythmic continuum. I should be able to command your inner space and should have proved at least in few people a good track record. How many of you are understanding what I am saying? Otherwise, why will you say, life is continuous rhythm, who cares, go. An Acharya who occupies the seat of Sarvanyapita has to be strong enough by his own authority. When he proposes, disciples should be able to hold it and try it out. Because till it manifests in you, I am responsible. See, this life is continuous rhythm. Once you manifest the powers associated with that understanding, that powerful cognitions, then your self-doubt, all that doesn't matter. Your being cognizes, hey, this is the truth. Your being just grasps. Your logic do not know, but your being acts it out, is what is falling in love. You will fall in love with these higher cognitions. Nothing can be done. You just know this is the way you are going to be. You will not bother about anything else. How many of you are catching what I am saying? That falling in love with higher cognitions. An Acharya should be authoritative enough, authentic enough to present this proposal and make the ball roll. Because now you are going to get into the virtuous circle. One higher cognition, one power manifestation. Then because of that, more trust on the more higher cognition, and more trust means more power manifestation. That's virtuous circle. Otherwise, vicious circle. No faith, no higher cognition. Faith is too small word. No higher cognition, no power manifestation, only powerlessness manifestation, and more depression, and more lower cognition, and more depression. Somebody has to stop the snowballing effect and push it out that side. From Taitriya-redas, somebody has to push it and send it to us Urtva-redas. That is exactly I do during the initiations. Stopping this Taitriya-redas idea and pushing it out as Urtva-redas. Listen. With this cognition I am giving, life is rhythmic continuum. First thing, powerful cognition. Fear of death is not there. Second, responsibility. I have to come to completion with this wife, otherwise she is going to come back. No, with any situation, not wife or boss, completion is the only freedom. Till then, it is going to be continuum. Freedom and responsibility both. You do not need earlier training. Decide now. Life is a continuous rhythm. then what all is the effect and side effect of the way I cognize me and my fears, my desires, my understanding, my goal, my vision, my mission, my existence? I think that is where fear comes. Oh, too many things are at stake. This is what is washing your brain, not brainwashing. Understand? This is not brainwashing. Washing all the dirt we collected, washing all the blind spots. Just with this one understanding, life is continuous rhythm. You can become enlightened and manifest all the powers. That puts so much of trust on life. All your insecurities are humbug. All your possessiveness is humbug. Understand? Own but don't possess. Owning means taking responsibility to include everyone and share. Possessing means owning it to exclude everyone else. The whole Indian village economy will be all about owning, not possessing. If your friends, family, or brothers have money, you have a right to go and ask, hey, you have na, give. I have a problem. There is no such thing as, hey, it is yours. If you have, come on. Because our mental structure was all about owning, not possessing. Your idea about possession, your idea about people, your idea about wealth, your idea about your mission, your idea about your existence, all will go through a huge acid wash. If you just relax with this one cognition, life is continuous rhythm. How many of you already are feeling the effect and side effect of this one truth in you? Again and again, science is proving even in our brain we are using less than 13%, 13%. Even the top scientists, people who are considered the most intelligent beings happened on the planet Earth, like Einstein, even they all have used only 13% of their brain. 13% of their brain. Then most of us must be using much less than that. Listen, brain has two parts. One, mechanical parts, which takes care of your mechanical functions of the body. Movement of blood, movement of intestine, movement of the heart, movement of lungs. Just the mechanical basic survival need management part. It is like whenever you have bandh in India, means every once in a day. Already we don't work. Why do we need bandh? I don't understand. Anyhow, we have all wrong methods of showing our protest. So when we have bandh, we allow the basic survival needs to function, like milk, food, medicine supply. Same way, in your body, practically your whole life you are in bandh. You allow only the basic survival mechanism to function. Lungs, heart, intestine, the minimum need. That is what I call mechanical parts of the brain. There's other part, non-mechanical parts of the brain, which is endowed with extraordinary powers. Please understand, powers like a telepathy, teleporting, materialization. They are no more just mystical or mythological. No. They are mathological. They are no more mythological. Enough of scientific researches have been done on them, established. They are not magic. They are math and logic. The possibility for telepathy, teleporting, kundalini, awakenings, extraordinary powers like materialization, all these are available in every one of us. Our brains are hardwired to experience higher possibilities, higher consciousness. That part only I call it as non-mechanical parts of your brain. Please listen. There are tons and tons of scientific research done on telepathy. Recently, I was studying an article. Two persons are made to sit in two different rooms and asked to meditate. If a light is flashed in front of one person's eyes, the other person's brain also responds to the same light, reacts to the same light, as if light is flashed in front of the other person's eyes, even though light is not flashed in front of his eyes. Like this, tons and tons of researches are done to prove the power of telepathy, teleporting, materialization, to prove the possibility human beings have. Listen, I have done enough of scientific studies and researches. I have materialized in front of fluoroscopy machine, in the CT scan, MRI scan machine, and I have proved there is no duping or magic or malpractice involved in it. I've already done enough of scientific researches to validate the authenticity of these powers. I'm continuing to do some more scientific researches on studying and proving it in more different ambience and conditions. But I have already done these researches in controlled conditions to prove the validity of these powers. Listen, whether you accept or not, understand or not, your body carries at least 70 times more possible energies and powers than what you use in your day-to-day life. Science has proved it through various methods and ways. Just a small alteration in your brain can make you live without food for months. I am not giving you any fantasy theories. I am giving you the practical experience of hundreds of my devotees, my disciples, who are living this Nirahara Samyama. The inner potential energy you have, the possibilities you have, is what I call non-mechanical parts of your brain. Awakening your kundalini directly awakens the non-mechanical parts of your brain and gives you the extraordinary powers like telepathy, teleporting, materialization, and whatnot. And it gives you the space of positivity, possibility, leadership, and enlightenment. Anima, Lahima, Mahima, Ishitvam, Vashitva, Prapti, all these Ashtama Siddhis are possible. Your brain is hardwired for all these higher possibilities. Just because common man did not have access to the science does not mean it does not exist. Just because common man does not have access to the country's treasury, you can't say country's treasury does not exist. Same way, just because you do not have access to these extraordinary powers, don't think these powers don't exist. All these great powers are possible. It is a simple inner science. Listen, Kundalini Shakti can directly make you more productive, more aware, more conscious, intuitive, ultimately rich. It will take away the low idea you carry about you. It will take away the lower self-image you carry about you. It will show you your possibilities. It will show you the power of your intuition. It will awaken your intuition. It will awaken your intelligence. You will forget tiredness and boredom. You will do smart work, not just hard work, smart work. And with this smart work, naturally you will see you are more active, alive, productive in your job, in your business, in your day-to-day life. See, if I say what all ways Kundalini will be useful to you in your day-to-day life, it will look like if you win a lottery of 100 crore, you can buy a best shaving blade, you can buy a good cart, you can buy a good flat, you can buy a good chapel, you can buy a good doormat. If I make this statement, how funny it looks. That is exactly it will look if I say what all you can do with Kundalini energy. You can just do anything. You can just do anything. Mirror neurons. Very recently, I was studying a research paper where they beautifully established with various analysis, researchers on a very powerful truth. For example, if somebody is swimming in the ocean, you stand and watch. Whatever brain activity is happening in that person's brain, whatever activity is happening in his brain, in his neurons, please listen. Even if you are watching, the same activities are mirrored in your brain. The same neuron activities are mirrored in your brain. Listen. If you are watching totally, the same effect is mirrored totally in you. If you are absorbed in it, you also know a little swimming. Please listen. If you know a little swimming and you are absorbed in it, you are not swimming, you are just standing. Both brains are in the same frequency, the same effect, and no difference. Listen. If somebody is swimming in the ocean, you are standing and watching. If you don't know swimming, if you are not completely absorbed in it, maybe some 80% is mirroring. If you are absorbed in it and you also know swimming, there is no difference at all between his brain and your brain. The mirroring effect, I tell you, if you are watching totally absorbed in it, then the same activity is replicated in your brain, meaning the same kind of electric and neurotic impulses are activated in your brain. This defines, this demystifies many mystical phenomena. Please listen. Now you know why just by gazing into my eyes, you are in the space of completion. Why just looking at me, you are in the space of completion. I am swimming in the ocean of consciousness in the space of completion. Even in the so-called moments of my screaming, whether I am smiling, telling a joke, or that is why even if you are absorbed in what I am doing, even if you are absorbed in the jokes I am telling you, even if you are absorbed in the actions, like very mundane, me serving food, or ordinary actions, walking, sitting, talking, joking, even in the ordinary actions. See, You will not get 100% absorbed in me if I am just sitting in samadhi. But if I am doing normal activities like you will feel comfortable. Oh, like us. Naturally, you will get absorbed. Even that feeling absorbed will put you in the space of completion. This is the reason why the gold, diamond, silk are all put on the deity. Even if you absorb all that ornaments, even that puts you in the space of completion. Usually, you do not have the 100% capacity to listen or be absorbed with the happening called life. But if you start doing both, your whole 100% will be on me. How many of you are getting it? Only listening 100% you will not be able to do. Only observing 100% you won't be able to do. But that is why here I am playing multiple games. It is literally like a big circus. By the time you understand the joke and start laughing, I already moved on to some other verbal jugglery or brain candy. So naturally, you are absorbed in total absorption. Actually, total absorption, totally being absorbed happens during energization. Whether you are there or not, it's my job. I just pull you to that space during the energization so you cannot escape. And you have to vibrate the same frequency as me. That is why people don't know ABCD of life. Just after the 21 energy darshan, when they go back, it is totally different. Their life is different. Please understand, yantra is actually a geometrical representation of the neuron activity happens in your brain during the Kundalini awakening. When your Kundalini is awakened, when you vibrate in the same space of me, when the neurons are mirrored in you, the geometry appears in your brain, awakening the non-mechanical parts of your brain. That geometry is yantras. Almost every one of you, your Kundalini is awakened. Your non-mechanical brain is getting awakened. Your body and mind are balanced to receive this kind of a vibration, to receive this kind of an energy experience, to receive this kind of a neuron mirroring. Listen. Third eye is nothing but conscious seeing. Third eye is nothing but conscious seeing. Third eye awakening awakens your non-mechanical parts of the brain, helps you to experience extraordinary powers like telepathy, materialization, teleportation, many of the extraordinary powers. The concept of third eye is the unique contribution of Vedic tradition. All the Hindu gods, if you see, you will see them with three eyes. It means only if your third eye is awakened, you can become God, not otherwise. Hindus have worked so much on third eye. Even if you are born as Hindu, the possibility for opening your third eye is already there, because our ancestors have worked on third eye for ages. In very DNA, opening possibility of DNA, opening possibility of third eye is programmed. Because for ages, our ancestors are keeping the bindi, processed turmeric, on the third eye, continuously working to awaken it. Third eye is an important power which is stored in every human being. It is a possibility in every human being. We need to awaken it. We need to make it as reality. All the extraordinary traditions, mystical traditions, spiritual traditions, continuously work on awakening the third eye. Third eye awakens the moment you start giving attention to it. Third eye is awakened the moment you start giving attention to it. It is one of the important energy centers in your body. In Sanskrit, we have a proverb. If you die in Varanasi, you will achieve liberation. Varanasi means the space between your nose and eyebrows. The very Sanskrit word means third eye. If you leave your awareness on the third eye, if you leave the body while your awareness is on the third eye, you will become enlightened. Of course, Varanasi in the banks of Ganga in UP also has sanctity. It is a very powerful spiritual energy center. But your third eye, if it is awakened, even while you are alive, you will have so much of benefits. Please understand, third eye can be awakened by so many ways. One, right thinking. What is right thinking? Aligning all your thinking based on the cognition of tattvas is right thinking. Aligning all your thinking based on the cognition of the four principles is right thinking. Listen. Third eye is not just an eye, it is the very source of your consciousness. If you align your thinking based on the four principles, all your energy will become centered on third eye. All your energy will become stable in your third eye. The functioning of your third eye will enter into the next frequency. Please listen. Third eye is not just brow center, it is browsing center also. Just like how you can upload or download anything to the internet world through the browsing center. Same way, through the third eye, you can download and upload anything with the cosmos. Any Akashic records can be downloaded by you when you open your third eye. Please listen. All the Akashic readings are done by me because of the third eye awakening. That is the process through which Akashic records are read out. Third eye is like a door to cosmos. You can receive anything. Same way, you can send any command to the cosmos through the third eye. Anything sent through the third eye to the cosmos, immediately experienced. Bring integrity in your thinking. Immediately your energy will be aligned in your third eye. Bring authenticity in your feeling. Immediately the third eye energy will be awakened. Bring responsibility into your conscience. Please listen. Conscience will become consciousness the moment you bring responsibility to it. Conscience means struggling with do's and don'ts, guilt and desire. Consciousness means pure flow of life. As long as you don't take the responsibility, you will be struggling with the do's and don'ts. You will be struggling with the do's and don'ts. Understand? You will be struggling with the do's and don'ts. The moment you take responsibility for all aspects of your life in which you are struggling, feeling powerless, conscience is struggling. In all those fields, take responsibility. Suddenly you will see your conscience becomes consciousness. You don't struggle anymore. Life becomes a smooth flow. When you start enriching yourself and enriching others, your third eye flows like a wild river. Listen, whenever you enrich others, the third eye energy flows like a wild river. Conscience is do's and don'ts. Consciousness is flowing with life. Responsibility means living and cognizing, thinking, talking, expressing, responding to life from the truth. You are the source of, and therefore you are responsible for all happenings around you. Look into your life. When you start taking responsibility, you can decide the way your heart beats. You can decide the way your lungs function. You can decide even the automated organs of your body. You can decide the functioning of non-mechanical parts of your body. Each one of us have mechanical parts of the brain and non-mechanical parts of the brain. Mechanical parts of the brain are responsible for the function of your body, like heart beating, lungs, liver, kidney, intestine, the functioning of your nervous system, experiencing touch, taste, seeing. The non-mechanical parts of your brain are responsible for the extraordinary powers like telepathy, teleporting, Vaksiddhi. Extraordinary powers, please listen. These powers are not mythological stories, just some blind faith. Already I have done enough of scientific researches to demonstrate the genuinity of the possibility of teleportation, telepathy, materialization. I commit with you all, I'll continue to do more and more
scientific researches, demonstrations, recordings to reach out to the world. It is possible. If your heart can function, you have the capability to feel the heartbeat of the others. Just because we have not operated the non-mechanical parts of the brain does not mean we don't have those powers. All of us have. When you take responsibility for how you think, how you feel, instead of leaving the responsibility to the society, media, others, if you take the responsibility, you can make your non-mechanical parts of the brain function. Listen. When you don't take the responsibility, others take it on their own. Society, politicians, media, all the other power-hungry people who are interested in controlling you takes the responsibility of your body and mind and brain if you don't take the responsibility. Listen, when you take responsibility for all the happenings inside you and outside you, a new energy, new possibility opens up in you. The first step to realize the divine in you is to take the responsibility. Everybody asks me, Swamiji, how can we be responsible for things which we are not reason? Being a reason cause is different. Being responsible is different. Sometimes you may not be directly the cause or reason, but when you understand you are